Hello, everyone. I know I'm supposed to be taking a break, but well, I'm unbreaking myself. I'm not gonna be on total break anyway. I'm going to be doing a couple of blogs about this book I'm reading called The Mindful Path to Self-Compassion. But today I just wanted to do a blog about something that I was just thinking about. Something happened. I was just kind of thinking about why people ignore red flags. And I'm gonna be honest. I've kind of overlooked red flags myself. I'm not gonna act like I'm innocent of it, or I always knew what I was doing. I didn't. Um, with my ex-husband, I he had red flags, and it wasn't that I didn't notice them. I saw them, but I just completely ignored them. Just being honest. But I was just wondering why people, I just wonder sometimes about women dating and marrying people with red flags. Was it that they ignored it, or was it that they just didn't see it at all, or what? And my ignoring just came out, I think, out of being a little youth and being naive. And I just thought that maybe I would ask love to do some stuff that it's just kind of impossible for love to do, to that I would, love him and maybe he would change and things would be different. But, after a while, that just wasn't going to happen. And I figured that out and, figured out that I can't ask love to do things that only that person has to want to do. And especially if that person is not really, you know, full of love and, specifically unconditional love, they're not going to change and they're not going to do anything. So I just was asking love to do stuff love was just incapable of doing. But I was just wondering why, to be honest, um, people to be honest with themselves, why ignore red flags? Why, the experience I had with him taught me a lot, and it taught me enough that I knew the next time uh, when I dated, as our marriage broke up and we got divorced, as I dated, that I would not ignore obvious red flags. That there were things that I had to really take the time to look at and to think about whether or not a person would be the right person for me or would be someone that I could trust or something like that. I didn't ignore those things, came to dating. And if I saw red flags or things weren't, I would, I'd be like, yeah, maybe we might need to separate or not date or whatever. Or people would say stuff and then be like, no, that's not going to work out and stuff. But I just wanted to kind of just put that out there. Why does it happen? I mean, I know people who are in relationships that were red flag relationships that something should have said, maybe I shouldn't be in a relationship with this person. Maybe we should partner up. That's not probably a good idea. So why do it? Why do that? Why put yourself at risk with someone when you know that something's wrong? Or maybe you didn't know that something's wrong. But once you get in there, what makes someone do something like that? I'm just curious to know. I know why I did it, and I'm honest about why I did it, and no use in me trying to act like I'm just gonna, I didn't do something. I did do it. And I made a choice and it was a bad choice. But the reason I got some wisdom, made some changes, and started looking at things in a realistic way and was really that helped me to get out of that relationship was just really looking at it in a realistic way and stop trying to put these rosy colored glasses on something, put a pearls on a pig and try to make it wasn't going to work. Put rosy colored glasses on it and make it into something it was not, and that helped me to be able to leave the relationship. But what also helped me was not just the experience that gave me some wisdom, it was also listening to some wise counsel, And lots of times we do. We tell people to do stuff, and I'm a true believer that it doesn't matter how many times you tell adults to do stuff, they're not going to listen. They're just not. Grown people going to do whatever it is grown people want to do. So it's not really, of any use in me trying to tell grown people you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't. They're gonna do whatever they want to do anyway because they're grown and they can make their own decisions. I mean, me as a grown person, it matter. People told me stuff all the time when I was younger, and I was just like, yeah, whatever, and I still did what I wanted. So I don't even much waste time trying to tell people what to do or what you should do. Some people just go and do the exact opposite. Some people won't listen anyway. But once I got a little older, and stuff, and I decided, and it just was, for me, just getting older and figuring out, maybe I ought to listen to some of the stuff that people have been telling me, and some of this stuff is actually playing out just the way that they kind of said it would. So maybe I need to sit and take some wise counsel from some folks. I don't know what anybody else is going to do, but my thought is, if somebody has a little bit more experience than me and they have some knowledge, I need to try to glean as much as I can from it. That's the conclusion I've come to at this point in my life. I don't need to ignore it. I need to really listen to what they have to say. And it does me good to be able to do it. And not everything people say to me do I take to heart, but there are some things that I really do have to sit sometimes and think about in a deep, meaningful way. I just can't kind of ignore it. These are, I mean, I don't know. The red flags, there are many of them that people have, but I just wonder, what is it? Is it just ignoring it? Is it just not seeing it at all? Is it a combination, and stuff? And nobody has to tell me. I'm sure they won't. But I'm the kind of person is I might as well be honest with myself. No use in lying to me. I mean, you can lie to everybody else. There's no use in lying to me. That's really kind of silly and stuff. And so when I say that, yes, the reason that I ended up married to my ex was and thought I just ignored all the red flags. I just completely ignored them. I just put them to the side and thought if I just loved him enough and if we were just, I could make him happy and we could and everything. And after years went by, I started to see, me loving him is not going to do nothing. Me feeling any way about him is not going to make him want to change. He's going to have to want to change himself. And the thing I think that happened for me is when I started to feel different about myself or to become different and to change myself, the more and more I saw that he wasn't willing to change or he wasn't willing to do anything and I was changing. And so I just as hey, they say in the Bible, the scales fell from my eyes. And I was like, I really have to truly see this person in a true light of who they are and stuff and what they're willing to do. And once I did that, that helped me to not not to try to fake it or front like it was going to be wonderful when I knew it wasn't, and stuff. And so it's just, I mean, I just decided to do that myself. And that just helped me kind of get out of the situation that I was in. There were other things that were going on too, but those sort of things helped me get out of the situation. You cannot pretend that someone is something that they're not, especially if they keep proving to you that they are unreliable, untrustworthy, they don't really think about your feelings or they're not meeting your needs and things like that. You can't kind of, ignore that forever and just hope that one day it'll go away. It doesn't work like that. So, what's going on? Why ignore red flags? What's that about? Is it ignoring or is it just not seeing the red flags? What's happening? I mean, I just am curious and would like to know because, like I say, I know of some people who are in situations where they were red flag situations and they're in them and they just don't seem to get it, and I'm just wondering why, why is that? Why don't they get it and stuff, and it's just a question I'm asking. So people, honestly, if you've been in a situation or been in a situation where there were red flags, why? What happened? Why did you end up in the situation and stuff? And and like I say, I just be honest. I just ignored the red flags that went on regarding my ex-husband. I wish I hadn't, but I did. And unfortunately, that was to my detriment. But I tell you what, I learned, okay, and I mean, and what I learned, I used. That's for sure. So the next time I see you, it may be a blog or it may be a blog, and I'll be talking about my book and everything that I'm reading, and letting people know what I learned from that. And we're still in the midst of trying to conceive a baby. We're exercising and doing what we need to do, and I'm still going to the doctor. So I have that's a diabetic doctor, and I'm going to the doctor for women who are pregnant with high blood pressure to try to get that down because I have good blood flow, but really tiny veins. So that's giving me high blood pressure and stuff. So we're going to do that. So we're still very excited about all of this and excited about the baby coming and everybody in the family. They're all excited. So I'm really happy and everything. So in between, the me talking about meditating and the self compassion thing, which I'm trying to do to help myself. And as we try to have the baby and the exercise and everything, all this stuff is being done, not just for us, but for our family and for our baby and everything. I want to give you some tidbits and some stuff that I'm learning from that because I think I know a little bit about the mindful path to self compassion, but I've just kind of really getting into it. And from what I know, it's really the part I know has really been wonderful for me. So I hope you'll enjoy it and everything. So maybe next time I'll see you about that. And I hope everybody's having a good summer and having lots of fun and everything. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.